Hello, everyone. This is Kamala Devi, and my intention for this video, I do want to give you a brief transmission of what's happening in my heart and the things that have been enlivening me. And since it's been a while, since I really miss connecting with my community, I want to catch up and share with you, there's a variety of projects that I'm super excited about and proud of, and want to give you kind of a teaser or a taster in hopes, that I can entice you to come join us to play deeper. So yeah, there's a lot here, and it's a strange time to be celebrating and bragging and sharing, because my heart really goes out to what a devastatingly challenging time this is, not just for the economy and for the health, but also the relationships and the bonds and the livelihood that happens when community gathers. Like when we assemble, all kinds of magic comes through, whether it's concerts or theater or just sitting around having a dinner party. And I want to pay homage to that. I bow to what an important part of life that is, how nourishing that is, and personally how much I miss it. I could share with you, but on the bright side, we get time to meditate, and there's all kinds of amazing things that are coming out of the human impulse to connect without physical contact has created such amazing work, which actually some of it I am going to tell you about, like the festivals and online speaker series that I've been involved in. But what's probably the biggest thing for me as an author, when I obviously also lead retreats, and when I could no longer travel and go around the world offering sacred sexual and shamanic trainings, then what I did with my energy is great, let's write. And not just, in the lonely way of pouring into, writing a novel, or in this case, like a relationship deep dive is what I'm working on. But let's get community together to write together. So I've been doing this How to Write a Book in 90 Days in Quarantine with a juicy group of 30 authors from around the world. And I'm just really proud because we collectively raised enough to feed the hungry kids, with all the proceeds from that course going to, feed young mouths who are suffering and bellies during this time. So I'm happy to be able to say that I'm contributing in my own, way, and I'm wanting to, contribute by not just writing, getting other writers out there to write. So some of you who aren't joining my class are also taking this time as a creative work on yourself opportunity, and that's why I want to share with you a few of the ways that I've found that are powerful accelerators of personal growth right now. So the first note is that I guess it's been 3 weeks now. It's not even a full month. I'm going to Simon & Schuster's webpage to show you. This is the book cover for 52 Fridays, which is my erotic fiction. It's a polyamorous, queer, kinky, tantric love story. And it is kinky and hot and juicy. And it's available only on ebook. So Amazon Kindle, you can get it there. And I highly recommend you do as soon as possible, because it's a way to kind of heat up, if you're lonely during quarantine, it's going to give you all kinds of erotic fantasies. But more than just being sacred, smart smut, I'm building a community around it. I'm creating engagement with the book club. So I'm having so much fun every Friday, getting together, on video like this with readers and lovers and friends, and talking about kink, polyamory, Tantra, whatever lights us up. And so that, I want to invite you to the book club. And I also am wanting to engage deeper with the, those who, are reading this book. This is a powerful anthology and transmission from 20 different sex shamans. So I created a wisdom circle, and I'll be doing these expert interviews and having, guidance from the pros who are really deep in this path. So, whether or not you've gotten this book, it'd be wonderful to have you join the wisdom circle, get on board. It's more than a book club. It's really about like all year going deep with the different authors and teachers. So those are two ways that I'm finding that I can connect with my tribe, my community, and share, the books that I'm passionate about. But what I'm also finding is, as I can't go and travel, it's like Tantra and sacred sexuality and shamanism is coming to your living room via festivals and symposiums. And, there is just a wealth of opportunities coming up. And so I want you to consider whether or not you've done an online festival. I had my skeptical, how intimate can you get with a screen between us? Like, really, what's possible? I don't know. I had my doubts. And this May, we did, the International School of Temple Arts had a festival in which people from all over the world got together and creatively created, cuddle parties and temples and concerts. And there was a meeting of minds and hearts that, broke time and space barriers. And there's this upwelling of, not just, here's how we do it, here's how we do it better, but there's like a community that's deepening in not just virtual space, but like etheric and energetic space. And so I want you to know and deeply meditate on this invitation, which is the One World Tantra Festival coming up next week. It is mind-blowing to me that the organizers have pooled over 100 facilitators, and they're doing like 7 days of 24/7 teaching. So you not only have all these options the whole week, but you also have access to recordings of it. And I am going to teach 2 play shops, which I'm really excited about. So hang in while I give you my little, this is my commercial on the Wild Love Laboratory. I want to break down the domestication that has kind of gripped us in relationships, so that instead of like coming into relationship from our shoulds or role models or programming, we're actually coming from source, like reorienting towards love and letting love lead us in how we do relationships, whether that's agreement based or anarchy, or just showing up to the solo poly path. I mean, there's lots of different paths, but the Wild Love Laboratory allows us to look at what's the true shape of my heart, so that you get deeper in touch with who you are, how you want to love, how do you communicate that to your partners, how do you magnetize that into your life. So that's the experiment that I've been working with. In addition to the second play shop, which I've been running, Monique had an energy sex festival, and there was just a variety of other festivals where I've been tinkering with this experiment, which is a self-expression forum. And the title of it is this pansexual soul play. So regardless of what your sexuality is, like you might be really vanilla and straight, but this pansexual soul play gives us access to the energetics of our soul's expression, beyond our attractions, beyond our body. So it's not about gender politics. It's not about your gender identity. It's not about the way that you're doing your sexuality or your love life. It's more about the essential energy and the vibration that you are as a life force being, and how to bring that into relationship, into reality. And it's evolving. It's a total evolutionary conversation, and I'm loving the exploration. And as I test it, I get results, and we tweak and we play and we experiment. So I would love to see you at either of those two play shops, which are both part of the One World Tantra week that's coming up. So there you have like a plethora of invitations, and yeah, and just from my heart, like I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm also doing the learning and the stretching and the growing and the inquiry. Like, who am I? Not just this individual, but as a humanity, as a world citizen during this time when we're making this shift from our separate ethnocentric identities and associations to like the reality that if we're going to solve the real world problems, we really have to learn to work together. And that's the most exciting thing that's happening, is this one world shift. And we're a part of it in our lifetimes. And as painful as it is to be in that growth curve, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So I'm glad to be with you, and I look forward to more. Blessings to you and all your beloveds. Until soon.